from ChestSculpt, again, ChestSculpt surgeon and testosterone replacement specialist. And the topic for today that I'm going to be talking about is another question I get all the time is how to get rid of, or is it possible to get rid of gynecomastia with diet and exercise? It's a very common question, obviously, because if at all possible, we want to try to avoid surgery to fix gynecomastia. Unfortunately, more often than not, it's not possible. But there are certain people who can get rid of, or who can get rid or minimize their gynecomastia with surgery. Now, in order to do this, you need to fulfill two criteria. Okay, the first criteria is number one. You have to have pseudogynecomastia and not true gynecomastia. So the difference between that is pseudogynecomastia is fat. Is that your gynecomastia is composed of only fat and no breast gland. And usually that is the appearance of pseudogynecomastia is due to obesity. Second is, and then I should explain, true gynecomastia is you actually have a breast gland. You could have also some pseudogynecomastia along with true gynecomastia, or you have true gynecomastia, meaning you have true gynecomastia with fat surrounding it, so you can have the fat and the gland, but true gynecomastia is hallmarked by actually having a gland, whereas pseudogynecomastia you do not. And so it's very important to realize that if you have true gynecomastia, you can't get rid of that with diet and exercise, unfortunately. And the best way to know if you have true gynecomastia or not is obviously seeing your physician or a cosmetic or plastic surgeon, and they can evaluate you for if you have breast gland tissue, or you can know for sure by doing imaging like an ultrasound or a mammogram ordered by one of your doctors. Now, the second criteria, so the first criteria is you have to have pseudogynecomastia, not true gynecomastia. Second is you have to be genetically inclined to get that lean. There are guys who genetically just cannot get lean no matter what they do. It's just the way that their genetics run. And so if you're one of those unfortunate people who, no matter how much you diet and exercise, you still like kind of chubby, you can't get down to that body fat percentage, just because you're not genetically inclined to do so, or you can get down there but are unable to maintain it for a significant amount of time. So if you're one of those individuals, you're not going to be able to get rid of your gynecomastia permanently if you're not genetically inclined to do so. Okay, so those are like the two main criteria. Now, so yes, you can get rid of gynecomastia with diet and exercise if you have only pseudogynecomastia and your genetics allow you to do so. Now, it should be kept in mind that to reduce your body fat to point where to reduce your body fat to a point where your gynecomastia goes away, you have to become very lean, or your body fat percentage has to get very low. In general, you'll want to be around 10 to 12% for your gynecomastia to go away. Obviously individuals vary, but in general, it would take about 10 to 12% body fat percentage to have your gynecomastia go down significantly. Now, and the reason for this, the reason it's so difficult is because just biologically or due to evolution, our bodies don't want to release core fat. Okay, so you have to remember, even today, the way that we're designed, we are meant to, the way we're designed, we're still designed like cavemen. Okay, where the younger individuals, the younger men in society, in the tribe or whatever, job was to hunt animals and to kill them and bring them back for the whole tribe to eat and all that stuff. And so just the younger individuals have higher testosterone rates, higher human growth hormone rates, and just their bodies are so efficient in order to hunt and to defend themselves, their bodies don't have to compensate in that way in order to get the job done, to survive. Now, as you get older, what happens is that your testosterone and human growth hormone levels drop, and that's a natural thing of aging. In men today, it starts about 1 to 3% after the age of 30, and women it's after the age of 25. But the way that we're built is as you get older and your testosterone and hormone levels drop, your body has built-in survival mechanisms. And one of those mechanisms is to store fat in the core for several reasons. Number one, to act as insulation during cold times or cold weather. Number two, to act as protection for your vital internal organs. And number three, to serve as energy reserves during time of fast or famine. And because as individuals get older, they are less capable of going out and hunting and getting food and protecting themselves from the saber-toothed tiger. So as a protective mechanism, our body stores fat in our core areas. And that's why it's so difficult to get rid of this core fat in the chest and the love handles and the 360 because of these protective mechanisms. So the only option is for gynecomastia, when you get older, is surgery, or potentially what you can do is depending upon what your testosterone and human growth hormone levels are, you can turn back the clock to get your levels back to when you were 21, so that your body remembers how to mobilize the fat stores in your body and how to build lean muscle a lot easier and a lot more efficiently. Just like we do in ChestSculpt. We often, after surgery, we enhance the results by hormone high vitamin treatment program, with dietary and education, as well as setting you up with personal trainer teams to help build your physique to enhance your results. But any TRT clinic can help you with that. If your testosterone is low and you're looking to get rid of your gynecomastia, and you feel like your just internal functions or your biology won't allow it because your levels are so low because maybe you're older. However, if you're younger, like the age of if you're younger where low testosterone and levels aren't an issue for you, then it's just a matter of determining true gynecomastia versus pseudogynecomastia, and then seeing if you're genetically able to get down to such a low body fat percentage and maintain it. You just don't get down there for a month and then you're good to go. You have to maintain it as a lifestyle, which is very difficult. Speaking from experience, I was able to get down to about 10-12% body fat at one point because I had gynecomastia, and let me tell you, it is not easy. Because number one, I'm genetically not inclined to do so. My entire family tends to be, we have the obesity gene, and so it was extremely difficult for me to maintain that body fat percentage. And I did have a small component of true gynecomastia, so it didn't go away completely. It did improve a lot, but there's no way that I could have maintained that kind of lifestyle for a prolonged amount of time because my body just will not allow me to do it. I hope this answers a lot of questions. I know I tend to ramble, and sometimes I'm all over the place, and I apologize for that. But if you have any questions, please, leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to get to it, or, email me at Dr. Adahar at xsculpt.com, Dr.Adajar at xsculpt.com. Come visit me in our Chicago location, submit a virtual consult, call our office. There's a bunch of ways you can get in touch with me. And thanks. I hope this helps answer a lot of questions. Have a great day.